Previously on the Smackers.
Okay,
Yeah, Gary calls his wife Kitten.
Is that
That's actually the best thing I've ever heard.
Alex is a huge cat fan.
I
I forgot to mention earlier that my two best friends live together, and they also live with Alex's cat named Winston.
Why is it that you're dating your cat Winston? Brianna.
Gary.
It's time again. We're here. We're back.
We are back. The Smackers.
The Smackers, a total interruption of the sane world, making history of podcasting. We're almost radio. No, we're not on the radio. It's a virtual train wreck of audio.
That's
We are here.
right. You don't want to miss us.
No, you don't. In fact, Brianna, we have, since the last time we really got together,
Right.
I really hadn't had a chance to look at our Facebook page.
It's growing. We're famous.
You know, actually, when I think about how famous we are and how many people have interacted with that page, it kind of makes me a little nervous, actually.
A little weepy, a little emotional. We have a lot of fans, Gary. A lot of fans.
You know, at what point can you actually say that you have gone from just your local, kind of small podcast to fame?
We're at that point.
Are we at that
We're
point?
at that point. I'm
we were
here to tell
actually
you.
at that point 2 weeks ago
Right.
when I was when I was just listening to myself on my headphones. But the fact of the matter is now we actually have people that listen to us, and it just makes me so proud of you.
Oh,
it really
Gary.
does. Oh,
Proud of us. This is a team effort.
But the fact of the matter, I told you that really we could basically be doing anything on this podcast, but the truth of the matter is that all the social media efforts that you have gone to have really accelerated the growth of the program.
Well, listen,
think about
we
it.
started it. We said it's an experiment. You really can market anything. We are proof of that.
We certainly
market
are.
this dumpster fire.
Can you call us did you just call us a dumpster fire?
No, I saved that for our political candidates. Anyway,
So, the Smackers have grown. So, let's see. How can you find us? You can find us on iTunes. You can find us on the Android. You can find us on Google Play, on Stitcher, on TuneIn. And we're also, of course, on thesmackers.com. We've got a new trailer. You know what I'd like to try? What I'd like to try is a social media experiment.
like this.
Okay, can we try this? This social media experiment is going to go like this. We want to take our fan base, which is 104 of our closest family and friends, and we want you to go ahead and share our page. Okay, so you go to Facebook.com, the number 2 Smackers. You go to Facebook.com, number 2 Smackers, and then share it with all your friends and tell them how much you love the show. How about that? And so one of the things that we figured we wanted to talk about today was, clowns. And now this was Brianna's idea.
all right, so let me give you the backstory. You may have noticed there's a lot of stories circulating on the internet about clowns. There's a lot of clown sightings, some in woods. It started in South Carolina. Apparently this creepy clown tried to lure some kids into the woods. Well, since that, they've been seen in 8 or 9 different states. So we wanted to talk about that. I know some people who have an irrational fear of clowns, and we wanted to get to the bottom of that. So
I don't particularly believe it. I mean, do you believe
what
that
do you not believe in?
I don't believe that. Look, when I hear people talk about being afraid of clowns,
Right.
First of all, I think it's kind of funny that they're afraid of clowns. But I do believe that there are people that have anxiety. Now, don't get me wrong about that.
Right.
But I'm having a hard time understanding this notion that grown people, when a clown walks in the room, get anxious and weird.
It's real, Gar. I'm telling you, I know quite a few people. I don't know why I'm surrounded with individuals who are scared of clowns, but I am. But I'm telling you, this is the real deal. So imagine the terror they're experiencing right now as the country is riddled with these scary clowns.
All All right, who do we have on tap?
All right, we're going to call my cousin Daniel. My cousin Daniel is 32, 33.
He's
Sorry,
32?
Daniel.
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah, and he just had his second child, and I thought, why not call him in the hospital and see if he'll talk to us about this? And you know what? He's a good cousin. He agreed to do it. So we're going to get him on the phone.
To talk about his irrational fear of clowns.
Yeah. And you know what? He doesn't think it's irrational. He thinks it's very, very rational.
Okay. Okay. I'll go with it.
Yeah, so we're going to give him a call, and then we're going to call my friend Ivan, who lives down in Dallas, Texas. Huge Eagles fan, by the way. But he also has a huge fear of clowns.
He does. What does he do down there in Dallas?
He is a nurse. Yep, he's a nurse.
So we have a male nurse in Dallas, Texas, who is an Eagles fan that has an irrational fear of clowns.
Clowns.
And
Yeah,
that should be all right. Let's take the call. All right.
let's do it.
Hello.
Hi, Daniel.
What's up?
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Good.
Daniel.
This is Gary. Gary, meet Daniel.
He's
What up,
one of my.
Gar?
Are you one of my Snapchat fans, dude?
I don't know. I watch videos on Snaps. I don't take. Snaps.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I wasn't sure what.
I'm not
yeah,
cool. I
well,
don't
Bri-
have a very fun life to do that kind of stuff.
No, but you've seen
It's not that
Snapchats
much-
of Gary,
not that
right?
interesting. What's that?
Have you seen Snapchats of Gary?
Oh, I've seen you
Yeah.
post Snapchats of
Right.
Gary. I don't know if Gary has a Snapchat that I follow.
No, you know what? I don't have a Snapchat. I have Brianna on. I have Brianna. She's my Snapchatter.
Yeah.
And I have my own.
okay.
You know, I have my own personal Snapchat. And it's Brianna. So.
Yeah, that's me. That's my job. Daniel, congratulations.
Thank you.
I just told Gary you just had a second child.
Yes. 10:20 last night. 10:26 last night.
Oh, he's
Lauren's a
so
trooper.
sweet.
She's here less than 2 hours and has a baby.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, I was shocked when I woke up to that text message. I was so excited.
Yeah, it was great. We're very happy.
Daniel, so
yeah.
I didn't really even give Gary any backstory on you, but the second I started following these scary clown sightings, you were the first person I thought of because I have known my whole life how scared you are of clowns. So we were hoping that you could give us a little insight on that, why you're so scared, and your thoughts about these multiple sightings across the country, but now they're hitting a little closer to home.
Yeah, I don't know where it started from. I think the classic start for everybody had to be probably from like the movie It, but I don't know. It's not so much that I'm scared of the typical like killer clown looking face that's always out there, but the more party clown, just like
Oh, you're
holding
talking
a
about
balloon.
the red nose, big bozo,
Bozo.
hair,
Yeah,
the
yeah,
big floppy
like,
shoes. Because what comes
Yeah,
to mind for
exactly.
me is like the Heath Ledger Joker thing, right?
Right.
That's
Yeah,
that's the scary
That
clown.
doesn't bother me too much. Like, I mean, now that all this stuff's going on, it's like it seems so trendy. It's not even scary. It just seems stupid now. But like the one thing that like I envision that always scares me is just like looking out a window and like distance, like some party clown holding a balloon just staring at me, and that's like it's
party
still running,
clown.
like, chills down my. Yeah, just like running chills down my like spine now thinking about it. And that is just the creepiest thing to me. And I don't know why. But
I
it is.
love it.
And this is a friend of yours.
Yeah, no, this is my cousin.
This is your cousin.
Yes.
Afraid of clowns.
Yeah.
Afraid of clowns.
Is this like a genetic problem we've got going on here? Is there anything like
No, it's
going
not. It's not like a phobia or anything like that. Like if I see a clown walk into the room right now, I'd be fine because I know it's stupid the person there. But
Right.
it's
Well-
more or less just like catching out of the corner of my eye or like looking into like the woods or something. Just as clowns still holding a balloon. I don't know.
I
why.
love
It's
that the
just so-
balloons are a part
it's
of it.
so
I think that's
creepy.
great.
Yeah, the balloons. It's not a knife. Nothing
Right.
like that. It's just balloons.
Balloons.
Just staring at me, and it creeps me out.
Scariest clown movie? Have you been to any of those? Have you been to any of those and scared yourself on
No,
purpose?
I just stay away. I don't even watch them.
So, Daniel, let me ask you this.
Yeah.
Declan's birthday is approaching. Let's say
Yeah.
a grandparent surprises Declan and has a party clown show up at your house. How would you respond?
I tell it to leave right away.
Really?
have Lauren.
Oh, you know what? You know what I
Or
really
Lauren
like?
from
I really
the
like what
Maverick
you
House.
said just then. He didn't say I tell him to leave or her to leave.
I tell
it to leave. I tell it
Leave.
to leave. Yeah.
Yeah, it's not. Anyone who's a clown's not human. It's just I
Right.
can't deal with it.
no gender. Yeah, it's just an it.
Yeah,
I-
like I said, I'll throw Lauren in front of the clown and have her deal with it, and I'll just be occupied in the back, looking through the window or over her shoulder.
Well, Daniel, I have to tell you that you've enlightened me, and I have gone ahead on Google and looked up the fact that there is a such thing as coulrophobia. I don't know whether it's coulrophobia
We're
or
gonna
whatever.
learn
We're going to
how to
actually
say that.
I will. I'll look up the pronunciation of it. I'm hopeful that your two sons don't grow up with this affliction.
Right.
And obviously
There'll be
it's-
no clowns at the parties. We'll just put it that way.
Absolutely
be a
not.
clown.
No, if I were you, I would never have a clown at any of
No,
my parties.
steer clear for everyone's sake.
And then make sure. And your wife doesn't have a fear of clowns, does she?
Not at all.
Okay,
Good,
very good.
good. The
Okay,
kids are
so-
set.
Yeah.
Listen,
they're
Daniel,
safe.
congratulations. We are so excited
Thank
for
you.
you. Tell Lar we said congratulations, and thank you for calling in. We really appreciate it.
Thanks for having me. You guys enjoy. Have it. Good luck with everything.
Thanks a lot.
Thanks.
Take care.
Bye.
Bye.
All right, I'll see you. Bye.
All right.
It's so funny.
Coulrophobia.
Okay, so we have another phone call. This is a friend of mine who lives down in Dallas, Texas.
Really?
He has a real fear, and he's going to tell us the story.
Now, how do you know this person from
I
Dallas?
know him. He's one of my brother's best friends. So he lived in New Jersey. His parents were actually missionaries to Brazil. He spent his high school career in New Jersey living with another family and went to the same high school as my brother. So I've known him for most of my life.
And what's his name?
His name is Ivan, I-V-A-N.
Ivan, the coulrophobic
Right.
friend of yours. Is this a best friend of yours or
One of my brother's best
one
friends.
of your brothers? Is this Connor's best friend?
Ian, my older brother.
Shout outs to Ian
Shout outs to Ian and Connor.
and Connor,
Right.
both fans of the Smackers page.
Oh,
yes?
yeah.
Okay.
They better be.
Shout outs to both of them. And we are going to call Ivan the coulrophobic friend of your brothers.
Hi, Ive. It's Bree. How are you?
Hey, Marie, what's going on?
Not much. I have you here on air with Gary Steele, my co-host.
Hey, Ivan.
How are you?
I understand you're a male nurse afraid of clowns.
That is, you make it sound so much worse.
It is. You know what? I have to tell you that I'm having a real problem deciding whether or not this is like a goof, whether or not you really have this fear of clowns, or whether or not this is a true thing. I have now met one other friend, all right, Daniel, who says he is afraid of clowns. I need to know, Ivan, are you joking here? Is this real? Is this for real?
Legitimately scared of clowns.
Seriously. Seriously.
Yeah, dead serious.
I need-
if a clown comes anywhere near me, like, let me just put it this way. I recently went to Ringling Brothers, the circus here in Dallas, and I took my kids and my wife, and when the clowns came out, I left and went and got concessions because I didn't want to see them.
Seriously. Okay.
Ive, it's the
Dead
real
serious.
deal.
Here, real talk. So like, I totally did it subtle. So like, my wife didn't realize that I'm like leaving because there's clowns. But that's what happened. That's real talk.
So what goes through your head when the clowns all of a sudden start appearing in the circus?
Well, so it's an irrational fear. I understand that. We were really far away, but when they come out and they're so creepy.
I'm sorry. Wait a minute. Yeah. I'm sitting here and I'm.
Ivan, we're not laughing at you. We're feeling your pain.
Ivan, I'm sorry. I had to hold back the biggest belly laugh. I was like, it was one of those clenching my teeth, not being able to laugh.
Well, it's picturing you leaving your gorgeous wife and 2 sons in the circus where you're afraid of something that's present, leaving them behind to go to the concession. But at least you're admitting that this is irrational. So again, sorry, finish your story.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
The irrationality was that they were like really far away, and like they all came out and they were like pretending they're funny, and I'm like, they're all dressed up with the clown masks and faces, and I was just like, I just got really skeeved out, and like I had my little boy and like sitting with me, and I was like, hey bud, you want some popcorn? So then I left. And then I left and went and got popcorn.
I love it.
Okay.
Ive, where does this stem from? Did you have a traumatizing experience as a child?
I had 3
Oh,
traumatizing experiences
all
with
right.
clowns. So
Let us know.
the initial one was the initial insult was like where it kind of stemmed from, but then the other 2 like built on top of it.
Okay. All right, give
So-
us the lowdown.
I was really, I don't know, I was probably 5 or 6. We went to a fair, and like there were clowns walking around, and at that point I didn't really have a fear of clowns because, you know, they're supposed to be for kids and whatever.
Right.
Well, I don't know if I saw a clown if he was on break, but he was like smoking and he was like really pissed. And I remember this because he just seemed really angry.
Okay.
And there was a kid that came by and like wanted to, I don't know if he was trying to get a picture with them or mess with them or whatever, but this clown like got completely out of character, or maybe he was completely in character, and like picked up this kid, and I was standing right there. He picked up this kid and is like screaming at this kid to like leave him alone, and just like in his face, like the kid starts crying, and I'm like terrified, like he's screaming at this kid.
Yeah, you're
no,
one
that's
person
not-
removed and you wanted to cry, I'm sure.
And I like I lost it. I was like, oh my goodness, what's happening? So I ran. I went and saw my parents, and I was like, I stayed next to my mom like the whole time. Like that was.
And how old were you, Ivan?
I was probably 5 or 6.
Okay, so that's a formidable age.
And it was in Florida, and that's
Okay.
I'll never forget that. And then shortly thereafter, like that, I was already scared of clowns, and I went to McDonald's,
Oh.
and Ronald McDonald like was there, but I didn't know that. And so like went there and got a Happy Meal and whatever, and like he came by and he like was like saying hi to the kid,
Oh,
but
no.
I didn't see him, and he came by and he like came behind me,
Oh,
and
no.
he wanted to say hi to me, I'm assuming.
Right.
But when I turned around and I saw, like, he scared me,
Oh.
and I freaked out.
What did you
And
do?
I
What
was-
did you do?
Oh,
What
I
did you
started
do,
crying.
Ivan?
It was terrifying. I was just like, what is this thing? I was just terrified.
Was your mother there? Could you grab her?
I don't know I don't think my parents were there. I don't know.
You
if
were
we like,
alone
the kids
in
area.
McDonald's with Ronald
Ronald McDonald.
McDonald?
In the kids area, like in the kids area.
Oh my god.
Oh, he shouldn't have been allowed
So,
back there.
I don't know. I mean, they were around. I just don't know that they saw this interaction. And like, I don't know if I was sitting down or I just remember him like saying hi to us, but like he scared me.
Scared
and when
you.
I turned around
Yeah.
and see this clown,
And you're
I was
already
just
prone to being scared by them, so naturally.
terrified by clowns.
All right,
Does
so
it-
that's
then-
number.
Ivan, does
thereafter,
when
the movie
talking
It
about
came
it
out.
today, does that give you that like little bit of a fear in your belly? Like, do you really feel like a little bit of anxiety coming on?
Oh yeah, absolutely. So like my brother and my wife both think it's funny to like send me like clown videos and stuff. my Facebook is like littered, and text messages are littered with like these crazy looking clowns, and I'm like, I delete them all because
Right.
I
Of
hate
course,
them.
you.
so
I mean,
much.
you
Can't even
wouldn't-
look at it.
No. I mean,
So
My wife sent me a video of like some clown in like the woods, like crossing like like one of those suspension bridges.
Oh.
And like just the thought of that just creeps me out so much. So
Have there been any clown sightings in Texas? Now the whole country's been riddled with them in this recent phenomenon. Have you seen any?
Yes.
Ooh.
Yes, there were 3 schools that were shut down because of clown sightings.
Oh no.
And a couple of them are like, so we live just northeast Dallas from downtown. Like there were several sightings in North Dallas.
Oh.
And so I know that it's going to happen at the hospital, which is where I work, and I'm like, I'm just waiting. And
do you work in pediatrics?
no, thankfully I don't.
Yeah, I mean, if you worked in pediatrics, you never know. A clown might show up
Right.
out of nowhere.
But currently I am in my master's program and my clinical rotation is in pediatrics.
Oh, boy. Oh, boy.
Not good
I did
timing.
think
Oh,
about
boy.
that. Except
Right.
my rotation is in the hood, so I don't know if clowns are going to be like.
Well, you
You
never
know where a clown's gonna. You know, when I first started thinking about this, as I was saying to the earlier caller, I said, hey, is this like a Heath Ledger Joker kind of a thing? But what we did find out, looking it up on Google, is that there is something called coulrophobia, and you may have that.
Right.
And
I mean, you're in the medical
I
world.
believe it.
yeah, you'll need to look that up as a nurse in Dallas. And I should warn anybody that is going to be going over to your hospital, probably to avoid that hospital,
Right.
in clown costumes.
Right. If you are injured in a clown costume, do not, I repeat, do not go to the hospital that Ivan's working at.
That's it. They don't accept injured clowns at that hospital. So don't get yourself injured, clowns.
I mean, I hate it. I hate everything about it.
Well, Ivan, I have to tell you that my heart goes out for you. I mean, seriously, my heart goes out to you. I know that you were in the medical profession, and as a result, you could probably benefit from some medication. I want you to know that there's absolutely no shame in taking that
None.
medication. I know I have a lot of friends.
Now too, right.
And if necessary, hey, we take it. you
Right.
know?
We lift you up, Ivan.
That's it.
We lift you
That's
up.
it.
I thank you so much for your time. We really appreciate it. And stay away from those clowns and go birds.
Yeah, let's go birds. Thanks, guys.
Next week on The Smackers.
It's almost Halloween.
Oh.
Subscribe to The Smackers at thesmackers.com, facebook.com/thesmackers, at The Two Smackers on Twitter, plus The Smackers on Google+, and on YouTube at youtube.com/c/thesmackers. Did you get all that?
Ew. Ew.